Black Lives Matter. Where did it go? Oh, the word is the founders are living in mansions from LA to Toronto. Out of mind, out of sight. Let's get ready to talk about it on the mic. Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. Yes, it is 16 minutes past the hour here in the Lone Star State, and we are the voice of the everyday citizen. Yes, good people, once again, the founders of BLM, Black Lives Matter, are back in the news. Yes, and as I'm going to say, in the words of the late Malcolm X, played by Denzel Washington. Yes, good people, you've been had. You've been hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, bamboozled. Yes. And I don't know, was it for good reason? We'll see. But Patrisse Cullors, the Black Lives Matter co-founder with 4 homes and millions in the bank, announced on Thursday she is stepping down from the organization. Excuse me, according to the reports. And I bet she is. Well, what would be the point to stay up because she's already up? So it's good to step down when you're already up. She quotes, "I've created the infrastructure and the support and the necessary bones and foundations so that I can leave," she said. "It feels like the time is right," unquote. "Because I'm taking flight." Just saying. The 37-year-old activist reported she said her resignation has been in the works for more than a year. That's because she's taking the money, you hear. And that's nothing to do with the personal attacks she has faced from far-right groups or any dissension within the movement. She goes on to quote, she says, "Those were right-wing attacks that tried to discredit my character, and I don't operate off of what the right thinks about me," Cullors said. "I think I will probably be less visible because I won't be at the helm of one of the largest, most controversial organizations right now in the history of our movement," unquote. "I'm aware," she goes on to quote again, "I'm aware that I am a leader and I don't shy away from that, but no movement is one leader," unquote. That's right, because she has 4 homes to go to. Anyway, as Leah reported last month, Cullors really brought negative attention upon herself with the latest home in a California neighborhood where less than 2% of the population is black and carries with it a price tag of $1.4 million. Coverage of the story from the New York Post was censored by Facebook, however. Really. Now, there's some individuals who goes on to say that wealth is not inherently a bad thing. Of course not. Depends on how you get it. Cullors must surely be living the American dream. What is bad is that Cullors isn't exactly living like the trained Marxist she appears so proud to be, especially since she said it was really cool for people to make that connection between her writing and Mayo's Red Book, unquote, whatever that means. I don't know. But anyway, here, the thing is, what you have here is that you're talking about, they took in over $90 million last year, good people. Now, critics of this foundation contend more of that money should have gone to the families of black victims of police brutality, who have been unable to access the resources needed to deal with their trauma and loss. Now, I didn't know that. I thought some of the money was given out to the victims of police brutality, but I guess not. They kept the money. Well, it's obvious. It goes on to quote, "That is the most tragic aspect," said the Reverend T. Sherry Dickerson, president of an Oklahoma City BLM chapter and a representative of the number 10 Black Lives Matter National Group. Now, the Reverend has gone on the record to publicly criticize the foundation over funding and transparency. The Reverend goes on to quote, "I know some of the families are feeling exploited. Their pain exploited, and that's not something that I ever want to be affiliated with, according to the Reverend. Well, you don't have to because you got a 501c. Anyway, Reverend Dickinson is the only one with complaints. Julio highlighted a Facebook post last month from Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer. In it, she called the Louisville chapter of Black Lives Matter frauds and criticized the organization for raising money, but that they never done a damn thing for us, nor have we needed it, unquote. Tamika Palmer, the mother of Breonna Taylor, posted on Facebook how upset she was at people who have claimed to be there for her family but have done nothing for them, specifically calling the Louisville chapter Black Lives Matter frauds, unquote. Well, yeah. I mean, this is what you get when people are schemers and scammers. You're not going to get true leadership. As I stated, hey, you've been had. You've been hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, bamboozled. Yes, they got you. Just like any politician. Not all of them, just saying. Just saying. But this is a shame, though. I mean, they partner with companies. It's bad. Let's take a look here, good people. Andrew Kerr with the Daily Caller News Foundation had also reported that Colors had funneled businesses to a company run by Damon Turner, who is the father of her only child. Though Turner and Colors did not disclose that, as Kerr wrote, the company Trap Heels was formed just days before partnering with Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation and later became the charity's lead developer of the art and culture efforts, according to business records, interviews, and an archived version of Trap Heels website. So it's a company called Trap Heels, good people. Two other activist groups, Colors paid Trap Heels a collective $238,000 to produce an election night live stream and for consulting services campaign financial record show. Now, Colors will be gone the very next day. On Friday, reportedly to work on her second book deal and a TV deal with Warner Brothers. At least she won't have to worry about seeming like such a hypocrite while she continues making her millions. Yeah, she doesn't care. That's the thing, good people, she don't. But these house of cards are falling. Now, are they being investigated? Yeah. Will charges be filed? I don't know, depending on the rules and regulations of how you use those type of funds. But they had at least 60 millions in undisclosed Black Lives Matter donations. She took the money and ran. The question is, what would you do, good people? So anyway, let me know what you think about this, good people. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running.